We're in a situation right now where the flooring is deteriorating inside a bathroom. This bathroom, I have to be standing over here because the bathroom is kind of small. But the problem is that the entire floor is sinking down. Only excess of weight of the shower itself, a bad shower pan or whatever was maintaining the water inside the shower area itself. So it kind of, I mean, if you go through underneath and see it, it's all deteriorating. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all the elements out. We're gonna have to cut this about 2 or 3 tiles to replace the shower pan and build a new stuff. And obviously take the door and all that to be able to work with it, okay? So I'll show you in a moment. Once you start by taking the toilet out and the sink out, you need to start, taking all the covering out. In this case was like some sort of a vinyl tile or linoleum. And then the next thing that we're gonna do, as you can notice, we took out the door as well. We're gonna take this shower pan out and we're gonna start addressing the situation and kind of just understanding what was happening, okay? Now they're just removing all the shower pan. The shower pan, just use any means that you can to do it, protect your eyes when you're doing it. But you can tell already that there's a huge deficiency on the shower pan. So we're gonna have to address the entire floor. We're gonna have to renew the entire floor because it was too much weight on the shower pan itself. The first row of tile around the wall. I mean, since the customer doesn't have a lot of resources, we're just gonna try to do minimum damage as possible. So we just found out that there's a lot of rot. We can tell that over here in the steps, pretty much the wood was gone and these areas are completely rotted. And obviously that's why the lack of level and all the deterioration overall in the entire bathroom. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all the lead pan out. Lead had a lifespan that actually is gone right now. So we're gonna take the lead pan out and start kind of assessing what's the problem. Meaning how much we need to replace and where we're gonna do the reinforcements, because these beams continue to support a section of the house. Well, now you can see the extent of the damage caused by the leak in the shower. That's where we are zooming, because really we saw the deterioration of the shower pan, but the extent of the damage is huge. We can see that somebody was trying to repair the area, maybe with a good intention, but a really bad execution. So we're gonna have some dry pressure treated timbers that we're gonna use as joists over here, 2x10 as well. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna reinforce a lot of them. They are not damaged. Maybe they are damaged maybe about 1.5 into the other structure. So we're gonna pair it up and reinforce it, and obviously seat it up over here on the seal on the cement, on the cinder blocks, and just kind of proceed with a lot of caution and reinforce it as well as we can. Okay. Now, after determining what the damage was, the extent of the damage, I decided to just remove some stuff that were just in the way. I mean, it was like a sloppy way of doing the structure. Now, this is what I'm doing. I'm using pressure treated wood. These are 2x10s, pressure treated timbers, and since we have a lot of piping and a lot of stuff, we want to go as far as we can, obviously without compromising your plumbing, but you want to go as far as you can and make them so you can actually put a support underneath. Just create a nice pier and support them with a transversal piece of wood, just like what's going on with the level. Now, the level over here is going to help us to bring all the supports to the right height. So you want to maintain a nice straight line. Remove all the wood that isn't your weight, but obviously don't remove all the joists that are good. You're going to reinforce them. You're going to put something, pair them up, level it up, because they're still giving some support. Although they are completely damaged, I'm assuring you that they are supporting something over there, and this goes really far. Okay, so I'll show you in a moment. And now that you have the chance and having all the floor open to see the crawl space in this case, take a garbage bag and pick up as many debris that you can find, you know, pieces of wood, chips and stuff like that, that will help you to stop all the moisture retention and the proliferation of a lot of, you know, insects like termites and stuff like that, okay? I want to make a little stop here in my project, or I mean, actually this bathroom project, to tell you exactly what's happening. Now, you saw that we put the joist, reinforced the joist with, you know, exterior screws, 3-inch screws. After that, we made sure that everything was nice and level, straight. I'm not, in some cases when you have houses that have settlements and all stuff, you know, because the age and all that, you want to make sure that the surface is straight and kind of even with, you know, joist to joist. Sometimes people get really frustrated because it's not 100% level, and I you know, that is a waste of, for me, a waste of time. You can actually make it up if you have, you know, an eighth, a quarter of an inch or so in a certain corner. You don't need to go just completely crazy. You can actually level it up with your tiles. But I mean, just my point of view. Now, after that, we actually put a 3/4 plywood. Don't use TDS or particle board or whatever, because that thing touches water and it's completely a mess. After that, we put asphalt paper on the plywood, and right on top of the plywood, we put this 1/2-inch concrete board. All right, so now we have it all, you know, fastened with the screws. Don't use nails. The nails will pop out with fluctuation and, you know, all the moisture and all the stuff. As you can see, the flange, you know, the flange has a space to actually put the tile underneath, so we have a nice attachment to, you know, to the toilet. I'm going to cover this in a moment for the fumes. And the concrete boards must be, the seams must be covered with a fiberglass mesh and some thin set cement, the same one that you're going to use for your tiles. Make sure that you use some sort of perimeter enhanced thin set cement that is like more fortified to resist, you know, a lot more traffic, and it has more of flexibility and all these properties that the acrylics or these synthetics can actually do. You know, there are polycyclics and all these things, polycyclics, and they help a lot. Now, here's the shower pan. The shower pan was made with a PVC liner. It has a nice drain design for this type of liner, so that means that you put one section on the floor on top of the plywood, then you unscrew it. You pretty much sandwich the two pieces together with the liner, and you put some glue to make sure that no water will drip. Now you have to mix your cement. Don't use gravel mix or concrete mix. Use some sort of like sand topic that is nice and smooth. Don't over wet the mixture. You know, make sure that it's kind of, you know, dry, you know, fairly dry, so you can actually grab some of it and it will stay on the shape that you just made it. That's kind of a nice sign. And the reason is that you want to play with the area. You know, you can mark it around. You know, for instance, I have 1.5 inches over here in the center, and then mark all the pan around the liner with 2 inches. So, you know, I knew where the line was, but yet, I mean, I was constantly making sure that the level was properly tilting to the drain. So you have to spend a little bit of time on this. Use some sort of, you know, I use this grout squeegee to kind of compact it and make sure that it's fine. You know, this I kind of use it to just kind of smooth the little edges and make sure. I mean, this is like a little piece of art that you got to do in the shower pans. Obviously, the shower pan just went overlapped, and I didn't cut the excess because, you know, it's even better to have it. I mean, it's a little expensive, so but it's fine. I mean, don't throw it away if you don't have to. Then we're gonna put the concrete boards over there. Try to match some of this tile, or just put some other tile. This is some sort of repair that they want to do for now. Then after that, I show you the final project, or the final product. I'm using always. I like to use small tiles. Sometimes I use mosaics, or overall small tiles. They help you to maintain the contour, the shape of the inclination. So sometimes when people use bigger tiles, it's a mess. You gotta be fairly expert to be able to manage some bigger tiles, and normally they will not be matching the corners because, I mean, you're trying to get an inclination. So some people tend to cut pieces of something that they always going to be pitching into it. So that's pretty much it for this section. I'll show you later on how it looks like. Okay. We finished the plict. I want to go over a little bit. I mean, although I don't like obviously the matching type of thing over here. This tile was really hard to find. The customer didn't have enough money. We were trying to help as much as we could, but we stabilized the structure. The tile was installed really close to each other, so we don't have that many gaps. It's not much of maintenance with this property. The tiles obviously have the proper inclination and try to match. I mean, we were able to salvage some of the tiles on this side, but I mean, it was really hard to break them away from the concrete that they were placed on. The toilet was installed, now everything is level. It used to be tilting down. As you saw, the structure was reinforced. So my concern over here in this project was the structural sound aspect of it. Obviously, I mean, I don't like the finishing that it took, but we are working with a budget, we're trying to help, and that's pretty much it. So, I hope all these little tips will help you to understand how you can repair your own projects, even if they are as messy as these ones were before. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe. I will have many more educational videos coming up.